Good evening, everyone. This is James Yonesino from Grade 11 Resilience, and today we're going to talk about the types of information disorders, and these are the disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation. And our objectives for today is define what is information disorder, differentiate disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation, and analyze its examples of each type and explain their effects on society and discuss ways to avoid spreading harmful information. So let's start with the question. What is fake news disorders or information disorders? So these are the spread of false and misleading or harmful information to the public, and it is common on social media and online platforms, and not just on online platforms but on live radio broadcast or televisions. So it can affect the opinions of and decisions of our people and our society. So now let's start with disinformation. So what is disinformation? So disinformation is false or misleading information that is deliberately created and spread to deceive people. Its purpose is to manipulate opinions, influence decisions, create confusion, or damage a person's reputation. So disinformation is often spread through social media posts, fake news articles, edited photos, videos, and misleading headlines. Because many people quickly shared information online, false content can spread rapidly even without verification from a certain app or a online platform. So one example is disinformation is creating fake stories or edited images to make people believe something that is not true. Some individuals or groups use disinformation to gain attention, influence public opinion, or create conflict. So, and this information can negatively affect society. It can cause fear, misunderstanding, panic, and mistrust among people. It may also lead people to make wrong decisions based on false information. To avoid so to avoid spreading this information, we'll discuss this later. So, characteristics is deliberately misleading, often emotional or manipulative, or political, social, or financial gain. So, let's examine this video or discuss this. So, forget about that reaction. So, that video is obviously edited or AI generated because, as you can see here, the mouth movement is so weird and distorted. Oh, it looks so weird and it's unsettling at the same time. So, why is this considered as disinformation? So, the creator or the one who edited this video is its purpose is to mislead people about using LeBron James words. So, LeBron was saying that about Stephanie Smith, Stephanie Smith disrespecting Bronny James. So he wants to fight or square up with Stephanie Smith because he don't want Bronny James to get disrespected. And the history of that or the background why this fits this post or video fits in that time because before this vid came out, Stephen A. Smith was critiquing Bronny James on the way he plays on the court, and the way he's not an NBA level players. So that's why he's critiquing Bronny James. So after that, this specific creator created a video about LeBron James talking about Stephen A. Smith and asking him to fight him or square him up and talk about Bronny James. But to be honest, this is literally fake. And I got another one here. So also in this vid, it also it is also a AI generated video because as you can see here, LeBron James' mouth is like moving so weirdly and his teeth, it's shiny. It's like got some braces over there, like diamonds and things. But this is also a disinformation the creator because the purpose of the video is to mislead people. And LeBron was critiquing um, his teammate D'Angelo Russell and how he's so bad playing on court and how he hates it and the way he shoots, like and critiquing the misses he made on that on the last game. So this is also a disinformation. So and I have some commenters, a certain comment that came from that video on how the creator deceived a person. As you can see here in his comment, wow, uh, saying that, wow, when did LeBron say this? D'Lo was on fire last night. So as you can see, that fan or uh, user believed that LeBron said that, or he asked, like, when did LeBron say that? Because she said, or I don't know if this user was a he or she, but she said that, or he said that D'Lo was on fire last night. So it means D'Angelo Russell played good last night. So he was wondering that, or she was wondering that, when did LeBron say this? So that proves that it really deceived is some people. So now the I have the original video of one. So now I have a video here on how to avoid these types of disinformation. So let's just watch this. So if you're asking what I clicked here, so we're using reverse reverse image search. So I've scanned the last video. So wait. So so I've clicked here like the little camera, like you can see the icon, camera icon, you can see on the side of the search bar. So I picked the photo that I need. So this was the last interview I showed you, the AI generated one. So I've used this YouTube link and this is the full context of the video. So that's all. So the original context of that video was the video was came from YouTube, and LeBron was saying the despite the loss, LeBron was saying some good things about his teammates. He wasn't critiquing D'Lo or anybody on his roster or in his team. He was saying that even that they lost, he still feels good and he don't have any hate feelings. So the context is he was saying how good his teammates is. And now let's go with misinformation. So what is misinformation? Misinformation is false or inaccurate information that is shared without intention to deceive or harm others. People who spread misinformation usually believe that the information they are sharing is true, and misinformation is commonly spread through social media, conversations, messages, and online posts. Because information travels quickly online, many people share content without checking if it is correct or reliable. Reliable. An example of misinformation is sharing fake news, incorrect facts, or edited photos without knowing that they are false, even though there is no bad intention. Misinformation can still confuse people and spread misunderstanding. So, misin- misinformation can affect society by causing panic, confusion, and wrong beliefs. It may also influence people's decisions based on inaccurate information. So, to avoid spreading misinformation, people should verify information from trusted sources, check facts before sharing, and think carefully about the content they see online. So, being careful and responsible when sharing information can help reduce misinformation. So, just like this, this is a photo. We have a photo here, and it is a satire type of misinformation. So, as you can see here, um, this is from a social media account named NBA Central. So this can be found on TikTok, Facebook, and Facebook or Twitter. So it says here that Kevin Durant reportedly wants to wait until the summer to determine which NBA finals he wants to join. So this is a satire, but this is also an example of misinformation because it is not meant to harm people or mislead people. So this is all a joke because the background of Kevin Durant is he's a NBA player, a basketball player who switches team every time a season ends, and NBA Central came up with a joke that Kevin Durant want wait he wants to wait until the summer ends to determine which NBA Finals team who won the championship that he wants to join. So that is the context of this, and we have another one, and this is also from NBA Central. So it says here that the NBA grant Jokic a one-time exception to bring his horse for his pre-game ritual. So the context of this is um, Jokic is a Serbian player, Serbian basketball player who likes horses or who likes to gamble or watch horse race, and he has a lot of horses. His pet. Um, so, and Jokic's love for horses is so great that when his horse won, he cried. So that's why they made a joke about this. That the, the NBA will grant Jokic a one-time exception to bring his horse for his pregame rituals. So saying that before every game, the NBA will allow Jokic to bring his horse. So, but this is just satire, and it is a joke, but and also a misinformation. It is not meant to mislead people. So now, how to avoid misinformation. First is check the sources first. So as you can see that the post and Bay Central, check that if that account was legit. And also ask on some sites, maybe on Google or reverse search image, so that you can clarify or verify what is the account made for, and verify with multiple outlets, verify with multiple sources, so that you can prove that account is worth believing or trustworthy, and analyze visual content, and also evaluate emotional triggers on the account or on the post. Now, to our final information disorder, malinformation. So, malinformation is information that is true or based on real facts but is shared to harm or embarrass or damage a person's or group or maybe or a organization. Unlike misinformation and disinformation, malinformation uses real information instead of false information. However, it is shared with harmful intention, often by exposing private details, personal messages, or confidential information to the public. Examples of malinformation is include leaking private conversation, sharing someone's personal information online, or posting real content out of context to damage a person's reputation. Malinformation can negatively affect people by causing embarrassment, emotional harm, conflict, and loss of privacy. It can also create mistrust and spread negativity online. So, to avoid spreading malinformation, people should respect privacy, and they should also think before sharing sensitive information and use social media responsibly. So, using information ethically and responsibly helps prevent harm to others. So, just like this is a example of blackmailing. So blackmailing is also considered as malinformation. So as you can see here, um, the bad guy is the one who's messaging, and the one who's the victim is the one messaging or the one who responds. So first is the our victim said hi, and the one who is blackmailing him or her. I mean, this is a her. You're cute vid. So, and she said, "Hey, I sent the pic on a different app like you asked. Did you get it?" And this is the blackmail. This is where blackmailing starts. So, as you can see here, you will pay me $500. In return, I won't share your photo. Answer me. Oh, so that is how the blackmailing starts. Blackmailing starts. So the one who's blackmailing is getting aggressive. So he said, "Answer me, pay me now." So the victim said, "Huh? Please delete the pic or the picture." So and the blackmail. So the bad guy said, "Once you pay, I will delete the photo." And the victim said, "I don't have any money." So how? And he said, "How much can you pay? Can you afford $550?" So he's clearly demonstrating blackmailing. He is forcing the girl and being aggressive to pay up $500 just to not click or send the um, private picture everywhere, because the picture might be uh, inappropriate, but that's why the victim don't want it to be spread around. It may be a a nude photo or something uh, inappropriate that the public cannot comprehend. So I have another example here. So it says here that, well, now this is the also another blackmailer. Well, now I'm gonna send these pics to all Facebook, Instagram, and work pages, and all pages in your city. It both indicates live cam. It's gonna go viral so soon and all to your family and friends. You can stop talking and call my bluff, then I will immediately. You have just an option though. You got two rules. First is don't make me repeat myself. Second is don't ask me damn questions. The moment I stop hearing from you, I'm just gonna skip this. It's so long. So the context of it of this message is um, also this is a private information that he's gonna leak. This may be inappropriate. So he set some two rules that he don't want to repeat himself and he don't want any questions from her. And with that live cam, it can destroy the victim's life or something. And to avoid that, she needs to pay $100 and it should be cool and nothing will happen. So this is also blackmailing because he's chatting the girl to send I mean the victim to send the live cam. So that live cam may be something inappropriate that the victim that will affect the victim negatively or affect the victim's life. So this is an example of uh, malinformation. So to avoid this, you should stop sharing inappropriate photos to someone or in social media or any kinds of online platforms because this could affect you negatively because there are maybe some bad people that could use that photo to make money out of it or using you. So you should always avoid that because private informations are so important because if that um some certain information could leak in the public, it could really destroy your life or affect you. So just avoid it. Now we're done discussing the types of information disorders. Let's talk about the difference and similarities between the three type of information disorders. So first I talk about their differences. So let's start with disinformation. So as I was saying, false information shared to deceive or manipulate. And examples are fake news, fabricated stories, or false statistics, deepfake videos, or hoaxes. So deepfake videos, that's on what I showed you on this information about LeBron, his AI manipulated video on saying uh, something nonsense about someone or something. And next is misinformation, false information shared without intention to harm. And examples are sharing unverified news, spreading rumors, incorrect information by mistake, misleading headlines shared unknowingly. So just to show you the Satter one. So should always check the accounts on what's the real purpose on that account. So on or what the account is meant for. So we should always check or verify it. Lastly, malinformation. True information shared to harm, embarrass, or manipulate people. And examples are leaking private messages, just just how what I showed you, and sharing personal photos without consent, revealing someone's private information, just like the blackmailing, sharing confidential data to damage reputation. So, and also just like the convo about blackmailing, about how the victim needs to pay some big amounts of money just to avoid sharing that photo that could ruin her life. So there are similarities. So now let's talk about their similarities. First is disinformation and misinformation. So their similarities is fake information that can cause confusion or lead people to believe that something is not true. And for disinformation and malinformation is shared with intent to harm using false information. And lastly, misinformation and malinformation. Information may be shared without checking, but can still cause harm. And all three, the similarity of all three information disorder is can spread quickly and can cause harm and create confusion and damage trust. So these three types of information are really dangerous out in the public. So we should always avoid this or avoid doing this because we can be the all can also be the one who can do it. So let's try to avoid it. We cannot just be the victims because sometimes on accident or maybe on purpose we can do this. So let's talk about the effects of information disorders. So it could cause confusions on people, uh, spreads fear and panic, and damages reputations and influence public opinion negatively and reduce trust in media institutions. So it can greatly affect society. It spreads confusion, fear, and distrust, and it may influence people's opinions and decisions negatively. So we should always, and not just try, but avoid doing the information disorders on ourselves. And so let's talk about on how to become a responsible media user. So the media practices are verifying information before sharing, um, use trusted and credible sources, and read full articles, not only headlines, because it's not enough to support something or a information. And think critically and objectively, and respect privacy and online ethics. That are that is the media practices that you should always follow to keep um, a responsible social media user. So now, in conclusion to all of that, understanding the different types of information disorder, disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation helps us become more responsible and aware users of media and information. These harmful contents can spread quickly online and may influence people's opinions, decisions, and actions. Because of this, it is important for us to practice fact checking, verify information from reliable sources, and think critically before believing or sharing any content online. By being careful and responsible digital citizens, we can help prevent the spread of false or harmful information and promote a safer and more informed online community. So that's all, everyone, and thank you everyone for listening and paying attention to my presentation or discussion. And I hope you learned something about the differences between disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation, as well as the importance of being responsible when using and sharing information online. So this is the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. But since it's online, you cannot question me. But you can always look back on this video and watch again to you know to clarify on what you don't understand. So that's all, everyone. So once again, this is James UNS Amino from Grade 11 Resilience, and I'm out. Peace.